Hey guys, I'm RNG Gamer. I play all my games randomly. Up next, we have a brand new TurboGrafx-16 game done by Laconic Software. They sent this to me, which came with a gold star, and I'm reviewing it for them, but that game is Strife Sisters. Essentially, this is a tactical / strategy RPG, and it's really just a homebrew. Laconic Software put this game together, and it's heavily influenced by games like Dragon Force on the Sega Saturn, or Brigandine on the PlayStation, or even, really, the Fire Emblem series. So the story of this is the world is finally at peace after generations of fighting, but at their yearly let's all learn to love each other symposium, raiders show up. You discover that they can tame demons, so basically you set off to stop them. The gameplay is like your standard tactical RPG. It's a grid-based tactics game that transitions to an auto-battler, kind of like Dragon Force that I mentioned earlier, during the combat encounters. You unlock new formations over time that allow you to position your units in, new and creative ways, and there's a lot of strategy centered around that, because the game has a strong emphasis on positioning your units to min-max their weaknesses and their strengths. There's this interesting leveling up mechanic. Once you enter an area of a game, you're kind of stuck in that area on the overhead map. You can't go back and grind on previous levels, but you use the money that you earn in battle to basically do these random rolls, and you know how much I love random stuff, to generate combat encounters that you use to level up between the real stages. So let's say you beat stage 3 and you're on your way to stage 4, and stage 4 is just going to wreck you. At the beginning of stage 4, you spend your money to basically train your troops, and this is how you level them up. You can purchase new troops, you unlock new formations this way. It's a lot of fun. It gets a little grindy, but I never minded the grinding because it went really quickly and you're making progress pretty fast. I believe the max level in this game is level 20. I got up to level 12 or 13 just in a few hours. The music is pretty catchy, but there are just a few tracks to this game, just a handful to carry through the whole experience. It gets a little repetitive, but it's not too bad. It is a TurboGrafx-16 game. There are memory limitations. This is on a physical hue card, so I think they put in as much as they could. There's not like another spot to put in another song on this, but I did enjoy the music. The game really does embody that really kind of awesome but chunky TurboGrafx-16 look. I really like the art style on this a lot, and the character sprites and the portraits are fantastic. The character design in this is really great. I loved the characters. They're all different. They have different personalities. And there's a lot of charm built into this game that made it stand out compared to a lot of RPGs I've played from the time period, and I don't think I've played many tactical RPGs before the 32-bit era. So this was kind of a breath of fresh air, even though this game just came out this year. It did put me back in that mindset that I had when I was younger, and I felt like I was playing a game back, in 1990. The game is really addictive. I mean, it's addictive as hell, and I was immediately hooked on it. I wanted to stay up and play all night. The strategy is fun, and the battle scenarios are challenging, and I just really honestly had a blast with it. But I had to go to bed eventually around 2 o'clock in the morning, which leads me to my big complaint with this game. This game has no save feature, it has no password feature. So you have to do the whole game in one go. And it's probably, I don't know how long I played, 4.5 hours or something like that on my playthrough the first night. And I did not feel like I was getting close towards the end of the game. The game's probably over 6 hours long. And I don't know a lot of people these days that could dedicate a 6-hour playthrough to a TurboGrafx-16 game. Yeah, kids can play for 6 hours straight, but kids aren't going to be playing a lot of TurboGrafx-16 games. This game's marketed towards people like me, people with jobs and a life, so 6 hours or something like that is a tall order to go all the way through. And most of that time is going to be spent grinding in those in-between randomized battle scenarios that you do to level up. Like I said, I put about 4.5 hours into it before I died. And when you die, that's it. So not only do you have to beat the game in like one run, you have to beat it flawlessly without dying. But still, I didn't mind going back and replaying it a few times because it was just so much fun to play. If this game had a way to save or a password system or something, it would have been one of like the best games I played in a long time. Even a way to like speed up the combat encounters or something, or fast forward through them, might take away a lot of that time. I think if you could get it down to like a 2.5 hour experience without a save feature, it would be great. All that being said, I have good news for everyone. Laconic Software is a channel member of mine, and I have spoken with them directly about this save game problem, and they are going to release a DX version of this game on CD with a save or a password feature. That's coming. So my only big complaint with the game is going to be fixed. When this comes out with the DX version, I'm going to buy it at full price myself and play it again. It's that good. Strife Sisters is an 8 out of 10, with a save feature higher than that. We'll have to wait and see.